Okay, good morning or good day or evening or afternoon or whatever time of the day it is that you're viewing this video blogcast. My name's Paul, and this is the second of such blogcasts that I've recorded. Now, I did record this blogcast earlier on, actually, this morning, and looking back on it on my laptop, I've realised that some of the things I said could be seen as perhaps being offensive to particular individuals. So, I'm not the sort of bloke who likes to offend people, at least on purpose. So I decided to record this video blogcast in a more measured way, perhaps getting less frustrated at particular individuals, but nevertheless getting the point across that I want to make. And the point I want to make on this particular issue of this blogcast is around people cooking food in the office. Now, this may or may not be a problem to you in your workplace. I work in a small or medium-sized international NGO in central London, and we share our offices with another similar organisation. Now, in this office we have a kitchen which is provided very kindly by the charities for us to share and us to use to make drinks, to store our lunch in the fridge, and there's even plates and cups and glasses so we can use those facilities when eating our lunch, which is a good benefit, I suppose, and one that many offices can't provide. It even stretches as far as having a dishwasher, and for those who really can't be bothered to wash up their items of crockery or knives and forks, or the numerous teaspoons that get used during an office day, where 40 or 50 or perhaps more people are making cups of tea and meals. In actual fact, the cleaner, rather unbelievably, and I can't believe this happens, I've never known it in any other office, actually tidies up the kitchen and puts away the used items once they've been through the dishwasher. So an amazing service really from the cleaner, and my hat goes off well and truly to the cleaner, because quite frankly the kitchen is left at the end of the day not by myself, I would like to add, but by many of the employees in a disgraceful state, and one that quite frankly they would never leave their kitchen at home in. But anyway, the point that I wanted to talk about today was preparation of food in the office and the effect that that might have on one's work colleagues. Now, the organisation that I work in, and indeed the organisation that we share our offices with, is staffed, I would say, and I don't think I'm overgeneralising here, mainly, although not entirely, by white middle-class women, perhaps in their mid to late 20s or early 30s, and with a small smattering of blokes like myself, most of whom are the wrong side of 40, I think, or at least the wrong side of 35. And so the gender balance isn't entirely correct in the office itself, but it does seem to me that the main offenders in the case of preparing food in the office are in fact these aforementioned young women, and I'm not sure why that is. Maybe they're more socially conscious, or they're more short of money, or they don't see why they should waste their hard-earned charity cash on food, which frankly I waste a lot of money. I've got nothing against people making their lunch at work or bringing their lunch into work per se. In fact, I used to do it a lot in my last job, but since changing employers, I've got a little bit lazy, and I have to say, frankly, I can't be asked to put together a salad or a sandwich or used assorted leftovers from the night before's meal, put them into a box and bring them into work and then heat them up again. So I must admit I'm incredibly lazy in this respect, and I tend to go round to the corner to a sandwich bar like Pret or Eat and spend exorbitant sums of money, about £5.50, £6 in some occasions, for a sandwich or a salad, a packet of crisps, maybe an item of fruit and a drink. And on that subject, I have to say, the Boots meal deal, which up until recently, I have to say, is extraordinarily good value at £3.49, has suddenly taken a nosedive in my view, at least in my local branch of Boots. They've decided in their wisdom that they won't allow customers to buy an innocent smoothie, which, as you know, retails at £1.95 or around that sort of area, but does provide you with 2 portions of your daily fruit or vegetables. And I have to say, not only are extremely tasty, but good for me as well. And I must say, I also do try and take in my 4 or 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. I'm pretty good in that respect, and even though I do eat sometimes quite unhealthy foods and perhaps drink much more than my 21 maximum units of alcohol in some weeks, I do tend to stick to my portions of 5 fruit and vegetables. But that's an aside. All I'm saying is that please, the Scrooges in the Boots who work in Fleet Street Boots, please, please, please reinstate the innocent smoothie and the £3.49 lunch deal. Thank you. But back to the office. What is the most extraordinary thing about the preparation of food that goes in my office, and perhaps other offices, who knows, is the complexity of the ingredients that people will bring in and prepare into a lunchtime repast. They will go into the kitchen at 1 o'clock, 1:30, which for me is well past my normal lunchtime. They'll get out their faux Tupperware box from the fridge and get out an extraordinary array of ingredients, which might be something as delicious as Moroccan couscous or grilled vegetables, and then proceed to heat this up in the microwave. It might be a curry and rice left over from the day before, almost certainly vegetarian in, I would say, probably 75% of the cases of the people who are committing this heinous offence. But whatever the ingredients are, there's an extraordinary and hideous smell that wafts not only in the kitchen but also into the offices themselves. Sometimes people have actually brought in fish or a fish meal, and the smell of fish in an office really is utterly hideous and offensive. So, all I want to say in this video blogcast is, please, for those people who are producing these hideously complicated meals in a microwave and bringing them in, you know, who knows what bacteria are emanating into these foods as they're transported in their rucksack on the back of their bikes, because most of these people actually cycle into work. The food is probably heating up and then going back into the fridge and then being heated up in the microwave. Who knows what offensive bacteria are being absorbed into these foods, but nevertheless they carry on cooking them and eating them, and indeed thriving on these foods. So please, don't stop bringing your lunch into work, don't stop eating healthy foods, but please, please consider your work colleagues in the office with the odours that are coming from the kitchen, and most of all, just give some consideration to your work colleagues. Thank you, and I hope this has resonated with other people who have a similar problem, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Thank you.